Hey guys, Greg here with R&W Distilling. Hey, listen, wanted to go over this heating element assembly here. So some of you guys are a little confused on how this goes together. So I just wanted to go over, how we're doing this thing and how it gets put together. Obviously, this goes into the boiler. You got to have a 2-inch gasket that goes over that before it goes into the before you slide that into the boiler, so you can get proper seal on that boiler. And then that tri-clamp actually gets tri-clamped, so that's what holds that assembly into the boiler. Okay, so that's got to go in first. Okay. This heating element is a 5,500 watt heating element. You can use a 4,500 watt if you want to, but it does run off a 220. So you need to make sure that you're supplying enough power to this heating element to heat up that boiler. Okay, so what I've used is obviously a 10-3 wire, and it's going to give you a grounding wire. It's going to give you in 2 hot legs, a white and a black, and those are both your hot legs. Okay, so let's open this thing up and I'll show you what we got. Okay, this heating element, okay, is it comes with an O-ring, and what we've done is we've actually taken a 2-inch flat ferrule that's got a 1-inch thread body on it, and we've welded a 2-inch long ferrule to the top of that, or to the back side of that, and that's what's given us the cavity for this heating element. Okay, so just make sure when you go and wire this thing up, typically what I do is I wire this up first, and then I slide the O-ring over this that comes with this heating element, and then slide this assembly inside this, and then tighten it up, and then it's a little bit easier for you. Okay, so opening this thing up and looking inside here, you've got your grounding lug here, which is your green wire, and then you've got your 2 hot legs, and I've got that fastened in that way. Just make sure that when you guys do this, that you do not let any of this wire touch any of this junction box body, because what'll happen, it'll short that thing out and probably arc a hole in this thing. Okay, so you got to be careful with that. I did put a gasket in between those. Okay, so that seals that thing up very, very nicely. Once that thing's put in there like that, it holds that whole assembly together. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this thing back on here. I hope that helps you as far as what that's supposed to look like. So that gets tightened up like that. That takes care of it. Now, there's a notch we put in the bottom of this thing, and there's a reason we put it in there. That notch is for any type of leakage. If this heating element fails, a lot of times what will happen, it'll fail right here at this connection right here, and it'll create a hole right there. And what happens is the wash will spew out of that thing, and it'll fill up that thing, and it starts dripping out of here. If you see any dripping here, you need to shut that thing off and find out why it's leaking. It's either this has failed, or the O-ring that you put on here that's actually seated on this 2-inch ferrule, this flat ferrule, it's not seated on there properly. You make sure it's seated on there. So if you see anything coming out of that, you want to shut it down, and when you install it, you want to install that down. Obviously, you don't want to install it like that, because what will happen, this will fill up with material, and it'll pop the breaker and ruin this unit right here. So that's basically what we got here. If you guys have any questions, shoot me an email or give me a call. I'll be glad to try to answer what I can for you. But I think that's pretty much explains how that's supposed to look. So I appreciate you watching, and hope that helps. Okay, thanks.